Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here. It's late summer right now, and we just got hit by the first cold front of late summer, which is going to push muskies into the shallows. And we're going to try to catch some muskies this week. We're going to hit a few rivers for smallmouth bass. The rivers are really low because of a drought we had this summer. Usually you can catch some good smallmouth bass because they just pack into any 2 to 5 foot deep hole when the water's shallow, and it can make them a little bit easier to catch. But we got hit by a major cold front. We just had 95-degree temps up here, and within 2 days the temps dropped down into the 40s and 50s. So we're gonna see how this cold front plays out this week. We're gonna get a warm front about midweek onwards, so my hopes aren't too high with this cold front weather right now, but it's going to push muskies shallow at the end of every summer. Once you get your first major cold front, the muskies move shallow pretty much right away, and they can become really easy to catch. They just start pounding lures, topwaters, bucktails, rubber baits, all sorts of stuff. We're going to stop off at Raleigh and Helen's muskie shop real quick after I take a few casts here, maybe buy a couple baits, and then we're gonna get over to my grandparents' place, visit with them, and start out our week. Let's see what happens. What a monster. Little baby guy. A really interesting fact about the lake we're on right now, which is Lake Minocqua, here in Minocqua, Wisconsin, is that actress Elizabeth Taylor used to stay on this lake, swim in this lake, fish and water ski in this lake, because her uncle, Howard Young, used to live on this lake.
Well, I guess I started coming here with my parents and my brother really before memory, before recall. I probably was like a year old. I can't remember that too well. And I kept on coming back every summer until I was 18. And I guess that was about the last time I was here, when I was 18 and 19. And it was just, life wouldn't have been the same without coming here every summer.
Howard Young, he donated a lot of money around here to animal shelters, hospitals, and a lot of the doctor's offices or hospitals up here are named after him. But it's really amazing that Elizabeth Taylor, being the legend that she is, probably one of the most famous actresses ever, used to fish in this lake, and I guess she used to be a pretty good bass fisherman from what the rumors are said. And well, that's just a little fact about Lake Minocqua that I wanted to share. If you're a movie buff or movie nutcase like me. But I don't think this cold front's helping right now. I've taken about 30 casts, caught one baby bass. So I think we're gonna move along now, see what our next adventure has in store for us, because it'll be an interesting week of fishing with this colder weather, meeting a warm front later in the week. I'm sure we'll catch some more fish, hopefully some monster fish, but let's get on with our vacation. I'm gonna buy this phantom lure right here, and I thought, for a replacement tail, that just looks absolutely perfect. I mean, look at that. I want to catch whatever eats this. This thing's got to be, man, about 17 inches long at least. The size of that diving lip. Wow. How much is that? $130. Whatever eats that, I want on the end of my line. This lure right here is an absolute work of art. We got the walleye right here. We got the northern pike ones. But the price tag on these is $300. Don't lose that bait to a snag or a break off. That would be a heartbreaking day of fishing. Finally made it up north. Almost hit a couple deer coming into town here. Just missed one with my car. We're gonna be off to bed now, and we'll see you guys in the morning while we're fishing.
The next day.
All right, everyone, we're back, and right now my wife and I are just bumming around on some Northwoods rivers here for some smallmouth bass. Probably catch some pike or something as well. We're trying a new spot we never tried before. It looked fishy on Google satellite maps. We're gonna just cast some swim baits around, Mr. Twisters, maybe some topwater and Rapalas. I might even throw a fly rod. We'll see what happens. We're just searching out some fish. It's our first day up here. It's a cold front. It's been raining off and on. We're gonna try for smallmouth first, and then we're gonna get out musky fishing this evening and see if we can catch one of those. Well, we weren't able to fish our other spot. There was people fishing in it, the one we were at before, so we stopped off at this dam right here. First cast, I caught a crappie on the Kitech Swing Impact. Never caught a crappie here before, so that's interesting. But we're here for some big smallmouth, maybe some walleyes or something, so let's hope something bigger hits. Well, just caught another crappie right on the next cast. Right now we're not filming with our GoPros because it keeps pouring rain out randomly. Not a bad little crappie. Sure, if you got yourself a limit of those, you could probably get a fish fry. But again, we're here for smallmouth bass, and I keep catching crappies. Never caught a crappie here before, but now they're in here. So they've always been in here, but there seems to be a school sitting right up over here. All right, the river's looking really shallow right now. A lot more shallow than it was last year when I was catching smallmouth out of here. I'm excited. Even though there's a cold front, there's always a shot at catching some fish. Have to be careful, it's really slippery. There's some young eagles flying by over there. That's why I love it up here. There's a ton of wildlife. River looks perfect. Let's catch some fish. I'm gonna throw my Kitech behind my lucky boulder out there. I've caught so many fish behind that boulder since I was a kid. Oh, got one. Right away. That's a smallie. Told you. They just stack up under that boulder and behind it. It's a good fish.
Oh, you need the
Oh,
net?
I lost him.
Oh, dang it.
Well, I lost that really good sized fish. But we'll get another one, hopefully. Don't like losing big fish though. That was a good one. I hope that one didn't scare the other ones out from behind that boulder. Oh, got one. There we go. At least we know they're biting. You never know how big they'll be in this river either. I know a guy that got a 24-inch smallmouth out of here. My uncle's got a... Oh, that's a good one. My uncle's got a 23 out of here. Not a bad one. Not a monster, but...
They definitely get bigger.
They get way bigger than that. But at least they're biting. Awesome. You throw behind there.
I haven't even been able to get my line on the water yet because...
Oh, what the heck was that? I just had like a little baby smallie. When the water's shallow, any deep hole that's anywhere from, 2 feet can mean a deep hole in some rivers, but in this river, about 2 to 5 foot holes during this shallow water period is the key to catching a lot of smallmouth packed into tight quarters. I'm gonna try a size 7 Rapala original. I know you guys probably see me use a lot of the same baits in a lot of these videos, but why fix what's not broken is the way I see it. If it works, I'm gonna use it. Kitech's, Mr. Twisters, Rapalas, Zara Spook topwater baits. Ooh, look at that. Smallmouth eating bait. That was a big one. Wish I could get my line all the way over there. Oh, I just had something, it looked like a pike maybe. Just came after my bait. I saw it a flash like this long. like a pike or small muskie.
Oh, something just came up after it. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw it come up like a splash. Yeah, but I couldn't tell. Oh, there it is. No, it's a pike. Yep. He's beached. Yep. He's just a little guy. I know. He's got the Kitech right by the tail.
That's funny, you just saw him, man.
Yep. I was like, oh, that was something that came after it. Just a little guy. Lucky he didn't bite me off.
Huh. Mr. Pikey. Oh. Hope I got that in video, that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Rock. Almost fell on that rock. Yeah, my drag's set. Because there's a rock right there I stepped on. It's slippery.
Nice one.
Yeah. Oh. It's barely hooked.
That's a good one. You got that on that minnow color?
Yep.
Oh, he threw your bait.
Yeah.
That's a good fish.
It is.
That's 18 inches. He looked bigger when he jumped, but beautiful fish. My wife just caught a really nice smallmouth. Told her to cast behind the lucky boulder, and she did. She was using kind of a, I think the color was called blue pearl or something. I can't remember. It kind of looked like a minnow. She was actually using a 3-inch Kitech swim bait she found at the dam laying on the ground. Just scored herself a bass. I'm gonna try this Z-Man TRD, the turd, on a mushroom head jig. On a Z-Man mushroom head jig. And hope that this hook doesn't bend out like one did to my wife a couple weeks ago when we were bass fishing and she lost a monster largemouth bass. That was very disappointing. Oh, I just had one. Saw that? Got one. Got him. That's a big one. That's got to be a big one. This one's got weight to it. Problem is, they all fight until you see them. That one hit it twice on that cast. Behind that freaking boulder again. It's like, how many are tucking themselves under there before they're like, okay, there's too many of us here.
Oh, he's dark.
Yep, that is a river smallie if I ever saw one.
Mine was bigger.
Yes, it was.
Nice job.
Well, they like the Ned worm. First he carried it up river. I missed him, and I think he came back for it again. At least the cold front didn't shut the bass off. Had another one. That one was farther down from the boulder though. Got him. Yep. That looks like a nice fish. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Little Miss Mine's bigger. You're like, you haven't caught it yet.
Right.
No, this is a big one.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it yet.
I know, it's that big. That's a monster. Taking me up current, you know that's a big smallie when he does that. What is this, a salmon?
Right?
Oh my god. I might need to follow this thing.
I think you do. Watch it
Hopefully it's not a sucker.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Thing was here?
This thing's fighting like I haven't even seen it yet. Oh,
No,
is it?
that's a beast.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Get that.
Where is it?
This might be a PB. Trying to keep his head under.
There we go.
Oh.
Wow, that's a huge fish. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's why we. Oh my god. That is why we fish out here. Absolutely ridiculous.
Wow, look at that. That is monstrous. Full.
How big do you think that is? This is at least 5.5 pounds. Oh my god, there she goes. Well, that smallie took me upriver like a pissed off salmon. Like a pissed off smallie, but still. Wow. That was a really heavy fish. I was guessing 21 inches with that one. Caught enough bass to know a 4.5, 5.5, the difference, you know, between a 4.5 or 5.5 pounder. Oh, I just had another one on the Ned worm. It's hard to leave the river for muskies when the smallies are biting so good. But if the smallies are biting this good, are the muskies? River fish aren't as affected though by barometric pressure changes and cold fronts like the lake fish are. When they're always living in current, getting pushed down by the current, they don't feel those pressure changes as much. Let's go musky fishing. We're going musky fishing. We got these bass all week. Alright folks, this is our first muskie trip. I'm gonna figure these muskies move shallow like they normally do this time of the year when the water temperatures start cooling down from the hot summer temps. And we get a lot of fish that push up on the shallow rock bars, points, sunken islands, weed beds. And they like to go for bulldogs, bucktails, glide baits, topwater. I hope we land at least one good one this week. But let's see if we can get some big ones. I'm going to start out with this bulldog in a color called blotchy walleye. It's a custom color, so it's kind of like a sucker, like a white sucker or a walleye. But good color. I've got a lot of action on it. I'm also my wife's gonna throw size 7 black and silver bucktail. This one right here that I made has some marabou on it, some bucktail. Let's shut up and start fishing. Right over here, there's a rock bar, and then there's tons of cabbage weed in here. Caught a lot of big bass, muskies, pike, walleyes off of this spot. If you guys watched my topwater fishing video, smallmouth fishing, you'll recognize this spot. Pretty sunset. Wonder how many follows we get that we don't know about. One more cast. One more cast. It's only the first day and we already got some nice fish. Coming up in part 2 of this video series, we'll be heading up to Hayward, Wisconsin to go on a full-blown tour of the Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame Museum. And we'll also be getting out on more Northwoods fishing adventures. You don't want to miss it.